I'm Joe, and this is Next Level Bullshit. Happy autumn. On this day of the autumnal equinox, we're toning things down a bit and staying away from some of the controversial topics we tackled in past episodes. We decided to cover something everyone can agree about: global warming. Hey, who doesn't like warmer weather? Despite what all those shitheads politicizing global warming want you to think, the guy who invented the internet didn't invent global warming. The honor goes to this guy, Svante Arrhenius, pretty much the guy who invented the science of physical chemistry. He even got a Nobel Prize for it. In 1896, he was the first scientist to calculate the effects of greenhouse gases on global warming. About 30 years later, US and European press were writing about unexpectedly warmer global temperatures. In 1979, the Charney Report warned about the effect of rising CO2 levels on the global climate. And in 1988, NASA's James Hansen testified before the Senate on global temperature increases. So, this shit's been going on for a while. I suppose you could blame Al Gore for causing it to get insanely political, but that's okay. Everyone needs a cause, right? This past weekend, 300,000 people with the cause took a collective shit on the streets of New York. The hypocrisy was hilarious. Let's start with Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who burned through his carbon credits to get there on his private jet, then said this shit.
Give up myself.
Are you going to give up your car?
Are you going to give up yours?
I'm not the one who's here talking about the environment. You're here trying to change the environment, trying to change the law. So I'm asking if you are going to lead by example.
I'm just here for the t-shirt and photo ops. I'm not actually going to do anything to inconvenience myself and, lead by an example. And the rest were just a repeat of Occupy some shit hippies in collaboration with Soho hipsters, flashing signs and chanting, "Hey, hey, ho, ho, global warming's got to go," who actually don't give a flying fuck because they polluted like drunken executives on a corporate junket. That's right, hordes of trash in the form of styrofoam containers, Starbucks cups, McDonald's wrappers, Coke cans, food, and piss overwhelmed the city streets in the wake of these pathetic hypocrites. Maybe they're just trying to create jobs. Climate change protesters, maybe people would take you seriously if you took your own shit seriously enough to actually set a fucking example. You're next level bullshit. Get a clue, huh? Oh, and climate change skeptics, maybe you'd be taken seriously too if you weren't sucking on the tits of big oil and their funding of bullshit disinformation campaigns designed to confuse the issue into a left-right shouting match. You're extreme bullshit. Al Gore for overhyping and fear-mongering at a level worse than the oil corporation's best efforts of denialism, you're next level bullshit. Seriously, dude, you started the crazy. There, see? We could take on things less controversial and still make our point. Next up, be careful with those Twitter accounts if you have pot in the house. Jim Artis, the mayor of Peoria, Illinois, had his feelings hurt by a hilarious parody Twitter account, @PeoriaMayor. Tweets attributed to the account told funny stories about sex and drugs. Good, clean, harmless cyber fun, right? Wrong. The real Mayor Artis was really angry. So angry that he had the police track down the dangerous Twitter terrorist and send the SWAT teams crashing in. They found John Daniel, who created the fake Twitter account. But in the normal course of searching an entire house for impolite tweets, they found some pot in the closet of Daniel's roommate, enough for felony charges. To make matters even more bizarre, this is in the US, folks. Judge Thomas Keith ruled the police had probable cause to send in a SWAT raid over tweets the mayor didn't like. And even though the Peoria prosecutors told the mayor they can't prosecute over the fake Twitter account, the judge still ruled the raid was justified and that Daniel's housemate still faces felony drug charges. You people are fucked up. This is next level bullshit. Let's turn our attention to Oklahoma City, where they thought it'd be a good idea to put the 10 Commandments up at the state capitol building. I've got to admire the Satanists there. Christians, and of course Fox News, were freaking out last week over a planned satanic black mass taking place in the Oklahoma Civic Center. They're fine with Phil Robertson advocating violence with his convert them or kill them comments on Fox, but not a non-violent ceremony that turns Christian dogma on its head. After all, Adam Daniels, the Satanist, has a pretty good point.
Is it my duty as a vicar for the devil to spiritually attack his opponent, Ahura Mazda? Yes. Every Sunday, they're in their pulpits blaspheming my God.
Fox religion contributor, the camera-friendly father Jonathan Morris, is obviously only concerned about one religion, his. And he's really worried about the Black Mass will incite violence against Christians. Now hold that thought. 42 people attended the Black Mass on Sunday. It was quiet, peaceful, no Christians were harmed, and there were no incidents. However, outside, the Christians were beating the shit out of each other. Out of the 100 Christians protesting the Black Mass, 7 were arrested or detained for fighting. According to KFOR in Oklahoma City, tempers flared as different factions of Christianity collided. Yep, Satanists, peaceful. Christians, violent. Oklahoma Christians, thanks for the hilarity. Strong bullshit. Can't make this up. And finally, no Texas. 4 years ago, the Texas State Board of Education adopted new standards known as the Texas Essential Knowledge and Skills. And now we get a sense as to what is essential knowledge in Texas, as the new textbooks are rolling in. The new history books pretty much toss out founding father A-listers like James Madison, Thomas Jefferson, Ben Franklin, and John Adams, in favor of 2 fringe religious figures and an English judge, Tom Aquinas, John Calvin, and William Blackstone. None were Americans. And wait for it, Moses. Seriously, Moses. Yep, Texas school children can now learn all about Moses as part of American history and the founding fathers.
I shall give you my laws, and you shall take them unto the people.
Yes, Lord! Lord, I shall give these laws unto thy people. Hear me! Oh, hear me! All pay heed! The Lord Jehovah, has given unto you these 15... 10 commandments for all to obey.
Sadly, this is no joke. These discoveries are from Edward Countryman, the distinguished professor of history at Southern Methodist University, who reviewed the new textbooks. Unfortunately, this is more shit you can't make up. Texas, I don't even know where to begin. Everything is bigger in Texas, even the bullshit. Well, that wraps up our 6th episode. If you know of Next Level Bullshit, send us a tweet with hashtag NLBS, or tell us in your own YouTube video. You could also just email me at joe@nextlevelbullshit.com. We'll see you on Thursday with another episode. In the meantime, follow us on Twitter, subscribe on YouTube, and watch all our shows on nextlevelbullshit.com. And if you live in Texas, my condolences.
Stop the bullshit!